this show. Anywho, what is up, guys? Here I am today for my first impression of one of the newer fall anime 2021 shows called Visual Prison. And if you have been on this channel long enough and you've seen the type of videos I have reviewed or did live reactions, Visual Prison is right up there. I enjoy these type of shows. The first one that comes to mind for me personally is Starmute. Okay, and you've seen my videos for that, so you definitely know these are one of the shows. And another thing is, if you like, one, pretty boys, two, good music, then this is definitely the show for you. I mean, I'm going to admit, I was confused. I was confused for more than half of the episode because I'm like, so when are we going to understand what's going on? It's not until probably the last 10 minutes did they really explain the whole premise of what we're getting into. But they did satisfy me with pretty boys and good music, which I hope we get, the full song, the full 3 minutes of every song, because there was like 4 or 5 that appeared in the episode, and they were all bops. I actually liked all of them, so kudos to you, Visual Prison. Kudos to you. But nonetheless, our main central character, because all of them are main characters, but he's going to be the face, the poster boy, and everything, because we're following through his perspective of everything that's being untold. The Dampier, the half vampire, half human, Angie. And from what we understand, there was a old band that he liked, Guilty Cross, I believe. That was the band's name, if I remember correctly. Do correct me if I am wrong. And he always wanted to see them, but he couldn't. So in the anime, they had this weird thing where it was just like daytime, then it became nighttime, and I don't know when if for like all of their performances, if it's actually real, they're performing some type of magic, or is some really top 4K visuals that they're doing that's wowing the crowd. I cannot say. This show is extra. If you love extra in anime, that's another point for so we got the pretty boys, the music, and the extraness. So there are 3 bands. Of course, we didn't get the last band name because it didn't form as of yet, but for the first 2 we have Eclipse Moon, which is a 2-man band, and then we have Lost Eden, which is a 4-man band. So the last band that we saw from the opening, ones who wear like all blue, their theme is blue, they may appear, they're going to appear last, but the members aren't all there yet, because it looks like we have still 2 more members that have to join that band. But from what I can understand, which they basically explain by the last 10 minutes of the episode, because so far, for majority of the 25 minutes or so, both the bands were going against each other, Lost Eden and Eclipse. They were going against each other. First Eclipse was singing, and then Lost Eden came in and challenged them, right? Battle of the bands, right? Nothing is better than Battle of the Bands. And then come to find out, there's a Scarlet Moon, not Blood Moon, but Scarlet Moon. So these vampires get their power from the Scarlet Moon. So like their microphones look so cool because it's swords and it's a microphone. So I thought that was pretty dope. That was pretty sick. But they say that once a year there's a competition for whoever sings the best. The Scarlet Moon gives them power. So it gives them an extra boost in power. Then we have the character from the band of Eden, Lost Eden, who basically wants to get rid of this entire competition and tradition of bestowing power from the Scarlet Moon. So that's why they all have to compete with each other to say who can sing the best. So what do you call this? visual prison next talent or something. Like, that's what's happening at this point, and it looks like it's something that's been going on for many years, because there's a lot of characters. I did not catch all their names. They stated their names all the way in the beginning of the episode, but it's going to take me a while to remember everyone. But one of the band members from Eclipse saying he's been alive for 300 years. So that means this thing with the Scarlet Moon has been going on from then, or probably even longer. So they've been going at it for centuries, for decades. That's crazy. So Angie, who's shown to be like a half vampire, the Scarlet Moon recognized him through his singing, because he was singing with Gil, who was a previous member of the previous band that he liked, but he stopped singing. We don't know exactly the reason as to why he stopped singing, but they had a duet with each other, so that's odd. Don't question it. I'm not gonna question it, but hopefully they explain the reason as to why the band disbanded and why Gil decided, I don't want to sing anymore. What caused him to, take a step back into the shadows from, showing his talent and everything. And if that's the case, knowing that this is a competition to gain power, and each individual has their reasons as to why they want to win, what is Gil's purpose? Why doesn't he want to compete for whatever reason? So hopefully he does join in the band with Angie, and then we can find out his reasons as to why he's not singing, and which that can go forward. But also with Angie being a half vampire, hopefully they can go into more detail about that. How did he become a half vampire? Because it looks like for the most part, most of his life, he only went on thinking he was a human until the Scarlet Moon, and they say only vampires are able to see the Scarlet Moon. So I guess it, like they stated before, it only shows itself during that once a year competition. So my guess is, hasn't it been happening every year, and Angie just never decided to look at the full moon? Like, there's some stuff that they have to explain going forward. So I am looking forward to that. I hope they don't give it like, a half-assed answer about it. They go into detail, because as much as we enjoy the pretty aesthetics of the show, there are stuff that they have laid out that does need explanation later on. So that being said, again, this is right up my alley. This was very fun. It was confusing, but by the end of the episode, you kind of get a good clarification, like it's an okay clarification of what the show is setting up itself to be. And of course, there's going to be some amazing songs that's going to be coming out. So again, I'm waiting for those full songs in a couple of months to drop. So if you guys did watch Visual Prison, do tell me your thoughts down below in the comments section. Tell me how you felt about it. Is this one of the shows that you particularly like? If not, you can also state the reason as to why. Also, do tell me the shows that you are watching for this season. What shows have you been anticipating for? What shows you haven't? What shows do you think is going to do really well based off the first episode? Are you going to do the 3-episode ruling, or you're just going to say after the first episode, it's not for me, I'm going to try something else out? So that being said, I am Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast. Guys, have a good morning, good afternoon, good night, and I will see you guys later. Bye.